Yo, what's up, YouTube? How are we doing today? So we have a new reaction video, man. We were reacting to the case. Sorry, with the case. This is the legend, man. The Legend of Jeff. This is from a YouTube channel called JCS. Jim Can't Swim. He does like criminal psychology videos where he breaks down interrogations and cases, and what like the interrogators were thinking, what the suspect was thinking, etc., etc. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into this and see about the legend of Jeff. I'm eating some hot chicken, so if I start spazzing, that's why. Fuck.
Am I under arrest?
For now.
I'm under arrest?
Yeah, I'll explain everything, but before I explain myself to you, before we talk to each other, I need to read your rights, okay?
What am I under arrest for?
Well, like I said, I need to read your rights first. Obviously, the charge is robbery, okay? Yeah, I'll explain everything.
I'm under arrest for robbery?
You are, but let me read your rights real quick, okay? And then I'll explain it all to you. Is that okay? Let me do that real fast? All right, Jeff. Can you read with me? Just read in your head, okay? Before we ask you questions, you must understand what your rights are. You have the right to remain silent.
Wait. Do you email them for permission to watch their vids? Because I did that for some of my reaction. They asked a response. No, I've done that with a couple of, like, artist songs before. They said it was cool. But he's also been inactive for like 2 years, so I honestly don't even know if he's here right now.
Everything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. Does that make sense? You've probably heard these before, haven't you? Does that make sense? Do you understand your rights? Do you understand your rights, Jeff? Yes or no? You understand? Do you understand what I read you? Do you comprehend what I read you? Jeff, I'm just here to talk to you and figure out what happened and move you on out of here, at least some of it. So do you understand the rights I read to you?
If you got something that says you didn't do this robbery, this is your chance to talk to us.
Okay, good cop.
No, usually I'm the prick.
You look like the prick.
This is Jeff. Jeff is a heroin addict and has
I've done it for artists for like reacting to, or like also I've viewed their songs or something. That's the only time I've ever done it.
You look like the prick.
This is Jeff. Jeff is a heroin addict and has been for the last 14 years. He is 6'5", weighs 153 pounds, and has now found himself in the unfortunate circumstance of being charged with armed robbery. This is in the state of Georgia, so if found guilty, they will render him the minimum term of 10 years without parole, up to the maximum term of life in prison. Jeff has been through the system multiple times over, and he will know that if indeed found guilty, his sentence will be considerably longer than the minimum 10 years due to his previous convictions.
Jeff, do you understand your rights? Yes or no?
All right, Jeff.
I'm not asking if you want to talk to me at this point. I just want to know, do you understand what I read to you?
So am I under arrest?
Yes, you're under arrest.
Get me back to the cell. I don't talk to you motherfuckers.
Okay, fair enough.
You want a Coke?
Yeah.
You gonna be able to pop it open or you need me to?
Jeff has become somewhat of a cult figure in the domain of interrogation footage. His recognition seems to have grown through his own popularity, as opposed to the notoriety of his crimes, like most others. Conveying the exact reasoning behind this can be tricky, as the interest in this character will no doubt vary by the individual. Yet we've found the most collective reason can be explained through a single pop culture reference: the anti-hero. While the concept is timeless, the actual term was created through the realm of modern cinema. There's a diverse number of characters passing through the decades that fit the criteria. Yet perhaps the most textbook example could be the protagonist from the 2003 feature Bad Santa, a middle-aged man simply known as Willie. This is a character that lies, cheats, steals, swears at children, drinks an inconceivable amount of alcohol, and is generally extremely unpleasant to every single person he comes across.
Look who's here, Jimmy. It's Santa.
Fucking right.
Let's tell him what you want for Christmas.
I'm on my fucking lunch break, okay?
On paper, this is an extremely unlikable individual, yet for some reason, we root for him while following his story.
Look at the kid just smiling. Like, bro, you're an L actor.
Anti-heroes are flawed, as are we. Their moral complexity mirrors our own, and just like us, they are learning and growing as they move along the path of life. Their mistakes make us think of our mistakes, and perhaps the reason we root for their redemption is the reflection of ourselves rooting for our own. So you might be curious about the contrast between the anti-hero and the villain. One we embrace and relate to, while the other we despise and detach from. Both are driven by selfish motivations, yet our emotional response differs between them. The reason for this, while not necessarily obvious, is a relatively simple formula. The anti-hero must have a glimmer of humanity alongside a noticeable vulnerability. This is what allows the viewer to truly connect with the character. It allows us to forgive them when they are unethical, but admire them when they are noble. It allows them to be angry, cowardly, and greedy, but also cheerful, brave, and empathetic.
Who the fuck is Thurman? Is that you? Is your name Thurman?
Yeah.
Thurman Merman?
Yeah.
Merman the Merman?
Jesus.
With relation to Jeff, while many of us can't relate to the feeling of being addicted to heroin for well over a decade, we can certainly understand the feeling of sadness. While we may not be able to put ourselves directly in the shoes of an addict, we can somewhat relate to the adversity that comes with it, not to mention the incredible magnitude of the situation he is going through in this video. How he responds to this very moment is quite literally the precursor to his entire future. He is at a crossroad moment in life, where on one side is the possibility of hope, and on the other side is the outright guarantee of despair. The long-term path he goes down will be the consequences of the short-term choices he makes, all of which have to be judged and decided on while going through the early stages of heroin withdrawal.
I need methadone.
You need methadone?
Yeah, you guys can get me that methadone or what?
I don't have any. Do you have medication for it, or a prescription for it? Or?
No.
What do you need methadone for?
Because I'm a fucking junkie and you guys, I can't get no methadone. I'm gonna go through withdrawal here in a minute.
Where do you usually get your methadone from?
I don't get it. I get heroin.
How long you been using heroin?
Long time, buddy. What are you trying to talk to me about here?
Talk to you about what happened last night. Look, here's the deal. Either you're in a bad set of circumstances or you went and committed an armed robbery last night.
Yeah,
right?
I'm in a shitty, wrong place at wrong time, obviously. I didn't commit no fucking armed robbery.
All right, then let's talk about this. Let's
I don't
not
have
keep
nothing.
up
I
the
don't talk
act.
to the police, man.
I think it's in your best interest to. Man.
How? I don't talk to
you're
the
sitting
police.
Here, okay.
I've been through the system, buddy. I know how
I know
it
you
works.
have. I know you have.
You're
Jeff.
not my friend.
I'm not your friend.
You're trying to fucking get me. Or you're
No,
trying
I'm not trying to get
all
you.
you're trying to get is some fucking stupid ass fucking confession, and you're not gonna get one.
Jeff, I'm not going to get a confession out of you for nothing.
Exactly, because I
And
didn't
I'm
do
not
nothing.
trying to get a confession out of you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't commit no armed robbery, and y'all ain't got no fucking evidence saying I did. Let me go. All you did is find me sitting in my buddy's house because my fucking buddy's dog's going ape shit. I go outside, there are cops everywhere, and they spotlight me. They say, "Come here." I say, "What's up?" They search me. They ain't find
Hang on.
nothing. What's
Let
up?
me read this.
No,
Yes.
because I'm not gonna sign it.
You don't have to sign it. But let me read it for you. Okay?
I'm not signing nothing.
You don't have to sign it. Let me read it.
You already read it to me earlier.
I know we did, but I'm going to read it to you again.
Thanks for the coke.
You're welcome. Before we ask any questions, you must understand what your rights are. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be provided for you. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I've explained to you?
No.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Tell me
Fuck,
what
man.
happened last night. Plain and simple. Your side of the story.
I'm not talking to you. I'm a lawyer.
All right. This is what I don't
told you this
understand.
one. I told you
I
this
know,
was
but
gonna
this is what I don't understand, Jeff. You were sitting there talking just like you were ready to sit here and tell me what happened last night, and then all of a sudden I read that to you and you screw it, I ain't talking to you. I want a lawyer. I don't understand that. What changed just in the...
Because I told you what, I already told you what happened.
You didn't.
How didn't I?
You didn't tell me what happened last night.
How didn't I just tell you what?
But now you've handcuffed me, and I can't talk to you because you've asked for an
I want a
attorney.
lawyer.
So, okay, that's fine. But I will tell you right now, you're still on a hold for a robbery.
I know. I don't know why I need a fucking lawyer because obviously I didn't do nothing. And obviously you guys know I didn't do nothing because I've been arrested for the same bullshit before and you guys don't interview me this much. So, wham bam, thank you for the coke, put me back in the cell. What's that?
Just fuck with it. All right. I know we did this twice, but I gotta do it again every time, okay? Before I ask you any questions, I gotta read your rights. You understand that? Okay. Go ahead and sign there. Let me take your gift off.
Look, I'm not signing nothing. I don't want to
Okay,
sign.
you don't have to sign anything. You understand your rights, though, right?
Yeah.
That's all I need. A verbal yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's this coke gonna be here? Or is that just a fairy tale?
It's coming. He's getting there right now. He'll be here in about 2 minutes. Just walk to the soda machine. It tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very dead interview. I'm dying. I said dead interview, I meant interrogation. So, we have Jeff. Oh, it's making my nose run. Heroin addict. Says he was at a friend's when cops pulled up because the dog was going crazy. Got arrested. They claim he was being charged for armed robbery. They say he didn't rob anybody. But they're saying they have evidence they did. Can we just get to the evidence of why they think he armed robbed somebody? If he's saying he was at a friend's house and he got arrested while he was sitting with his buddy, like, I'm curious, what's the evidence against him? Like, is it camera footage of you seeing him robbing someone with a gun, or just he matched a description, you know?
I have enough evidence.
Like what?
What
Of the
is
armed
it?
robbery,
Yes. He
okay?
kept saying, what is it? Nigga, what is
But,
it?
you know, if you're saying you didn't do it, you need to give me your side of the story.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
He's smart. So, he said like what, and they still have been refusing to tell him what he did or how he's connected. So, he knows that they really think he did it. And they're not really on his side. They're trying to get him to get some details to put him near because they already don't have a suspect and he's the prime one. And they don't think that anybody else did it. But depending on the evidence and what his previous history with, you know, in and out of jail is, I know they say he's an addict, so I don't know if it's just random fights or whatever. I thought they convict him guilty of armed robbery because that's just a major step up from just doing drugs.
Well, give me your side of the story. You got, convince me. Because I got a lot of evidence. I got a lot of physical evidence.
Well, like what? Name the physical.
Well, I don't need to, why should I tell you that? I mean, you haven't been helpful to me at all.
Because I don't believe that you got any evidence.
There's only a couple pieces of evidence I'm missing.
Name them.
What's that?
Name them.
Well, why do I need to do that? You haven't helped me out at all. You give me a little bit, I give you a little bit. We go back and forth. I give you one of my pieces of evidence, now give me a little something.
No, anything I say here can and will be used against me.
Sure, but anything you say here, I can also tell your parole officer, and you help me out.
That doesn't mean dick. There's no way. I didn't do it. There's no way.
How drunk were you? Were you drunk?
No, I was pretty sober.
So you're in your right mind. You remember everything about the night, right?
He said
So
he's
you
going
couldn't
through
have done
withdrawal.
something not remembered. You couldn't have gone and robbed the place and not
Oh,
remembered.
he's strapping you. You're basically saying you can't say, oh, you didn't remember this because you were sober. Don't let them trap you.
Fuck, no.
Okay, so you would remember if you robbed the place. So I'm willing to go to the prosecutor, I'm willing to go to the parole officer and say, this guy's a good guy, he helped me out. He didn't do anything. I know you don't want to go back to jail, right? Back to prison.
Well, fuck. It looks like I am if and you're going to charge me with some bogus shit. You guys don't, I mean, what do you got, really? That I was at a buddy's house and I happened to come outside because you guys were fucking swarming the area and they
Which
fucking...
door did you come out of?
I came out of the front door. You know what? I'm not saying myself, man. I'm done, man.
Yeah, that
Fuck
was a
this.
trick.
The only
Which
reason
door did you come out of? It's just an innocent question. Came out the front door, he starts giving them information.
I came up here is to get a fucking Coke.
Okay. You're not getting out.
Oh, no. I can't finish it?
Finish it. Make it quick. I got things to do.
Butterfinger, you promised.
I didn't promise you that. I said we'd see what happens. All right? Like I said, you haven't helped me out at all. Why should I help you out? I got you a soda. That's good enough.
Jeff was released from custody just under 12 hours later, and that takes us to the final and perhaps the most important component of an anti-hero, the conclusion,
Wait.
which unfortunately in this particular case is unknown. The final outcome of this story will vary depending on the source, some with a happy ending, others a cautionary tale. One legend has it that Jeff got clean soon after his release and now works in the corporate marketing team for Coca-Cola, while another states that he was picked up the day after for the same charge and is now facing down a 15-year sentence in Georgia State Prison. If we go by the Hollywood formula, an anti-hero's actions throughout the course of their life are...
Okay, one, what's the evidence? Two, how are there two different stories of two different stories? Was he arrested or was he not? Shit. Jeff, I hope you didn't do that. You got Coca-Cola living it up, man. Fuck these drugs.
are so drastic and single-minded that they only ever lead to salvation or destruction, and their final decision is always dictated by what they have learned and how they have changed throughout the course of the story. The paradox here is that we don't even need the theme of imprisonment to mold the outcome of this particular story, as the theme of addiction is more than enough. Whether he goes to prison or not, Jeff will either manage to get clean and rebuild his life, or he won't. He is headed for salvation or destruction no matter what, and that single concept can perhaps define Jeff as an anti-hero. His outcome is a mystery, but either way it goes, it most certainly conforms to the anti-hero's ending.
Santa!
Yeah.
You're bringing my present early?
No.
But I never told you what I wanted.
I said I didn't bring it, dipshit.
Okay, good. I want a stuffed elephant. A pink one.
Well, wish in one hand, shit in the other one. See which one fills up first.
Okay, let me... Shit. How do you outsmart the police? All I did was wait. There is no way that this man who decided not to give them a story to go off of is being highlighted as outsmarting the police. He didn't outsmart anyone. The real story is that the rest of these fucking idiots don't understand you have the right to remain silent. Let me repeat that. The rest of these fucking idiots don't understand you have the right to remain silent. They choose to speak and incriminate themselves. Not only incriminate themselves further when they're already the prime suspect and they know that they did it, but also if they're just like questionable suspect and then they incriminate themselves fully, so then you know that they did it. These people were fucking idiots. Yeah, Jeff is smart, but he didn't like do some 200 IQ play and outsmart the police. No, these people are just fucking idiots. Let's just get that clear. But power to you, Jeff. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, I mean, at least you're not in prison. Hopefully you're not doing any bad shit. These thumbnails are weird as fuck, though. Did he make a page based off of JCS, Legendary Jet? What the fuck? This man used clout. This man used clout. Hey, he doing fine. His beard's, somewhat groomed. Sarah's kind of crazy, I'd suggest a haircut, but, I need to retwist bucket, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he looked like he doing all right, so power to you, Jeff. But yes, he didn't outsmart the police. He just didn't give them any information. It's not outsmarting if you're just not being a fucking idiot. Sarah, I don't know this kid's name, Yearly's ex-boyfriend. I forget this fucking asshole's name, but the guy who shot up that school, Casey Anthony, Jennifer, this says falsely accused, so I don't know that shit. Jodi Arias, for sure her dumbass, cause she changed the story like a million fucking times. John Condiver, Michael Dunn, Stephen McDaniel, Lee Redarde, Dalia DePolito, Michael Rafferty, Michael Dredge, Chris Watson, Russell Williams, and Stephanie Lazarus Pitt from DC Universe are all fucking idiots. Jeff is a legend. Goodbye.